Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, on the New Jersey Turnpike last night, they dropped 15 gallons of clam juice all over the freeway. 1,500 gallons of clam juice is what your sister gave me last night. Ayo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Saturday Morning Cartoon Podcast. I am Dougie McDoubles. This is Ray McFlurry, the two greatest podcast hosts you've never heard of. I'm telling you. A&P, sign us up for the Slam Ball League. Let us do something. Let us co-host. It'd be fucking incredible. Let me perform. Let me play. I love it. Let's get a flag football game going. Ultimate Frisbee. Get some more white guys in there. Who knows? Might get a little corny. Let's play some fucking cornhole or something, dude. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is the 18th greatest podcast that you've never heard of, but your grandmother loves it, and your aunt tells the kids that it's hot trash, but we don't care about her because she has a drinking problem. So today, we're going over all kinds of things. There's no movie for us because we refuse to go watch Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible because it's Tom fucking Cruise. We'll get into him in a minute. I haven't seen you. When we mainly talk, it's all about work. You know what I mean? Even when you come by, we just kind of set everything up and we kind of just shoot the shit for like the time it takes to set everything up. So how have you been, my friend? Dude,
horrible. But yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah?
Just going through some changes with work, but fuck that. Good mostly. How are you?
I'm making it, man. Work's been all right. You know what I mean?
Dog, you've been sending me some snaps where you're like sweating in the truck unloading. That's just,
it's rough.
I did that shit at Walmart to a much smaller scale. Well,
it's like
horrible.
So I'll go to work, and they wanted them on pallets before, and then to dolly them, then to pallet jack them into the trailer. But they don't know how to fucking stack. So every time you pull the fucking high ass thing of pallets, that's not taped. They never tape it.
Yeah. They don't give a shit because it's not their problem after they walk away.
Right. Exactly. And so after a while, apparently one of the days I was gone, my boss got snippy with my coworker, and I was like, oh. He said some shit when I wasn't here, because I wouldn't have stood for it.
Right.
Because it was my Mormon friend. So he was like, he didn't do anything wrong. He was like, he made a comment about them not stacking it correctly, and he was like, I said to drop it, and got snippy with him. I was like, Anyway.
Yeah, made sure you weren't there.
Yes, but it was like 100 fucking degrees, and then inside the truck, and there's no wind, there's no fans or AC back there, so they had to bring in fans from other places. It was just a fucking shit show. And they're like, hey, we need you to take these pallets across the store into the other truck.
Oh my God, bro.
Untape them, take them off the pallet, and then organize them, stack them up along the whole thing. And if you got to pull other things off pallets, just take them off the pallets. And they made it so much harder than it sounded. So when I got in there, I was like, I can just do it like this. They're like, no, well, we want you to do it this way. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it my way if I'm the only person doing it. Like, this is fucking
hated that.
This is horse shit, dude. I have a manager that is not very nice. He's kind of rude to other employees. I'm not going to name no names or say where I work, but he's just a rude individual. And everyone, when he came back, because apparently he went to another store and he transferred back, and they were like, I really thought that he was going to fix his like anger issues and how he talked to people, and he just doesn't. He's still very snippy and rude with people, and I was like, I don't respect you. Like, he looks like a failed umpire.
It's like a middle-aged chubby man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all angry retail man is like that same.
Yeah, but my main boss is fucking incredible. Like, that's my guy. Like,
really?
I'll be like, what's up, boss? And he's like, I don't really like that. I'm like, oh, what are the nicknames you like? I was like, every other older gentleman loves boss. It makes them feel like they own something. Like, it makes them feel like they're actually a boss of something in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. He's like, he said, I swear verbatim. He goes, my friends at Family Dollar used to call me Coach. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they just called me Coach. And I was like, from now on, you are Coach to me. This is the greatest thing ever. Bro. Like, what's up, Coach? Like, it's so fucking good.
That's a good one.
I
used to work at one summer like student job at college. My sophomore year, I worked for the resident staff or whatever, repainting like dorms and apartments. And my main boss, number one, he had the coolest name I've ever heard in my life. His name was Carwin. That was his first name. And number two...
Carwin?
Yes.
That's so sick.
And number two, his thing was everybody was Guy. And he was cool enough to pull it off. Only guy I've ever met that everybody was it was just the first day I met him was like, how's it going, guy? How you doing, guy? Like, what's your major? Like, everything was guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
He was so fucking cool that he just pulled it off. And he was like in his 50s. He was like, had slick back white hair, but he was like balding. You know, he had like the widow's peak.
But he
was starting to go, but he was just the coolest fucking guy ever.
Coolest motherfucker ever.
Yeah, just called everybody guy. And that just really, that little story made me remember that.
I got a guy named Tim that I work with. And he'll go, oh, Mr. Dakota every time. He's a very, very nice guy. I love Tim. I go, Tim.
Oh,
he's like, I love seeing you, man. Like, it makes my day. Like, I'll remove tile at work sometimes. And I was hammering away. And the first time he did it was like maybe in January. And he came by like smiling because he couldn't contain his laughter. He was so excited to say this fucking dad joke. He goes, hey, can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep over here. And you know, it's just like his enthusiasm made me love it. Mm-hmm. So every time I'll start doing it, he'll come around and we'll say it to each other. And I'll be like, my bad. I know you're trying to catch some Z's. That's what I mean, man. And so the other day, I could hear him rolling by, and I was like, he didn't know what was going on because I was about to start hammering. I said, hey, Tim, just so you know, man, I'm sorry to wake you up, but I'm about to start working. And he just started laughing. Shit. He goes, I didn't even hear it yet. I said, that's why I didn't wake you up. I didn't want to disturb your sleep this time. I'm learning. Damn, that's funny. And it's just, shout out to my boy Tim. That's my dog. He loves the Spanish rice that we make. It's my family's recipe. Mm-hmm. I brought it to work for a potluck, and he was like, I had 2 servings. Like, this was the best rice I've ever had. I was so happy. Damn. Shout out my boy Tim, you the best. How's the house front coming? How's life doing, man?
Fucking bad.
I had a great time where I was on the phone with someone. I was at work, or I was getting a tea this morning. Mm-hmm. I called the place because I had my shit done ahead of time. I'm nice with it. I'm like, hey, I'd like to pick up a to-go order. It's what I said, right?
Oh, right.
And they were like, oh, well the owners aren't here. I was like,
what does that mean? Okay.
I would just like to place it to go order. She's like, oh, no, I know. The owners aren't here. And I was like, okay, are you guys still making teas? She's like, yeah, we are. Okay. All right, I'll have a good day. You too.
Yep.
And I looked at the phone and I was like, it's the same. It's the number. Like, I know. Mm-hmm. I saved them just so I didn't have to deal with the hassle. I walk in and she was like, hey, so like we don't really really like accept phone calls for the owners. And I was like, huh? She's like, well, you asked for the owners. And I was like, no, I said, can I please have a to-go order? And to see this lady's embarrassment my embarrassment at the same time.
Yeah, you were embarrassed to say anything.
Well, I was like, I don't like calling on the phone in general with people. And I'm already nervous. I'm going to be tongue-tied. I hate asking for special requests and being like, it's in this cup. It's in the commemorative cup that you gave us, so we get a discount for. So I hate being like, we brought her cup today. Like, I hate being that fucking person. It sounds so fucking... It's like the same person that's like, I asked for double whip, and you only put a single bit of whip. That's what I feel like. I'm like, nope, I'll take however the fuck you can put it in my hands, and I'll pay for it. I'm so sorry to bother you at your job. Please, I'm so sorry.
Smack me, let me leave.
Yeah,
just give me whatever. Take my money. I don't need anything.
I'm so sorry I bothered you. That's the level of anxiety I have sometimes in life.
No, I get it.
And she was like, I'm so sorry. I thought you were asking to talk to the owners because everyone keeps calling trying to solicit and like sell stuff to us. And where it was like, no, I just called about a to-go order because I just wanted it done a little bit early. She's like, that's perfectly fine. Do you want your usual order? She was like, I thought I knew it was your number. That's why I was so confused, like why you were asking to see the owners. And I was just like, oh no, I promise. Like I'm okay. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I'll recognize you. I'll know what you mean. I was like, I probably mumbled it. I was like, I'm stoned. And she was like, no, I already know. Like, you're good.
We know, we know Dakota.
Well, she's a stoner too. Like, so she was like, you're good. Like, I understand. I understand.
Bro, I had an embarrassing moment the other day.
Okay.
I went to the storage unit because after we pulled this table out, it was just a mess. So I had to go arrange it. So I just spent like an hour in there fucking moving shit around. And at the end, I needed wraps. So I just needed to hit the gas station. But while I was arranging, I was like getting books out and like different like collectibles and shit that I forgot I had packed away. So I was like putting stuff in my pockets and whatever. So I get to the gas station and I go inside to buy these wraps. Thankfully, the guy's like a stoner, and because they don't have my normal wraps. And he's like, you ever had the Dragonberry? And he's like, are you using this for... kind of thing. And I was like, yeah. So I get up there to pay, and I pull my wallet out. and I open it, and just 11 guitar picks fall on the counter. He just looked at them, and he was just like, "You rocking today, bro?" And I just, like, scooped them into my hand. Like, that wasn't like, how do you explain that? I tried to, like, I was like, oh, how are those in?
It could have been, like, 11 condoms, and it would have been better in the situation.
You know nothing, what I mean? I don't think.
It could have been Legos.
Yes.
It could have been Legos. He would have been like, dude, fucking sick.
Why do you have 9 guitar picks?
Yeah, just like, what in the world is going on? What's up, School of Rock? You know what I mean? Like, that's so great.
It was so fucking embarrassing because it wasn't even I didn't even remember picking them up.
It wasn't even something explainable either. From. You know what I mean? It was just something that just.
It's just like, give me my raps, bro. It was just to pull my wallet. Like, they weren't inside. They had, like, made their way into my pocket, and they were just like nestled in. Like, I just opened it and they just cascaded out.
That's something you'll think about before you go to sleep. You're like, cringe.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was thankfully he was also stoned, so it wasn't as bad. But
I respect that. It's like the first time your voice cracking when you're reading out loud. Also, what a fucking bloodbath that is. You know what I mean? Like, as a kid, you have to read out loud, and you're with all your friends, and you're not like with like normal kids. You're with your good friends, so you know the second you show a sign of weakness, they're gonna pounce on you. Just fucking, you know what I mean? Reading The Outsiders as a 7th grader, and then you're just like, he's like, he's an idiot. He's stupid. He can't read. He's a moron. Jessica, he told me he loves you. I swear. He cries how much he loves you. Dude, what? You still coming over? You still coming over this weekend, dude? Whatever. Miss Johnson, it's fine. He's my best friend. It's okay. You know, he's like those type of friends.
Goddamn.
It's just a fucking battlefield, man. It's just middle school and junior high. Like, that whole, just anything. You going through puberty. Your friends also going through puberty. I remember I remember back then, I remember being like an 8th grader at my old school, and we found out of our friend group whose dick was the biggest. And then we just were like, all right, I guess he's calling the shots now. Like, that's how the hierarchy went as 8th graders. We were just like, fuck, all right,
God damn it.
Do whatever Jose says, bro. Fuck it. Whatever, man. You heard him.
That's incredible.
You know what I mean? It's like, let's go play Resident Evil. We're going to go play basketball. Fuck. All right, I guess. Whatever, dude. Big dick, Josue, whatever the fuck you want, man. Whatever. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's just a real rough time in life, you know?
God, that's funny.
Did you ever have an issue with reading out? I mean, I never had an issue with, like, reading out loud because I love to read in general. But if the voice cracks, you're fucked. Like, I was already, like, I was that douchey kid that was reading, like, a couple chapters ahead because I was already excited about the book. So I was already, like, I know the test. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. When it came to book reading, I still.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't always this cool. He says with Simpsons, McDonald's, or Burger King toys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Freddie, that goddamn fresh guy.
You know what I'm saying? Got rock out Ronald McDonald next to me, you know what I'm saying? You ain't built like this. We different, you know what I mean?
No, I never had a problem reading out loud. No, because it's, like, the monotone stuff, like, I can hear it right now, how monotone it is, even. Yeah. But I never had a problem reading out loud or anything like that, or like spelling bee, or like public speaking, or like anything like that.
Man, fuck a bitch named Spelling Bee. Let me tell you, I won 3 in a row. Let me tell you, I was pumped, dude. I was pumped. It happens. I was pumped. I won 3 in a row. I moved to Hackett my first year, bro. I lost on moisture. I panicked. I fucking panicked because they have an auditorium. They don't have a cafeteria with a stage on it. They have an auditorium.
Really?
And I just remember the lights hitting me and being in, like, one of the final rounds, maybe like 3rd round, and then saying moisture, and I couldn't even tell you to this day how I spelled it.
Oh my god!
But I used like 3 S's, like it. I spelled like 3 different words while I'm saying moisture.
Oh my gosh!
Moisture. I understand how to spell moisture, but as like a 5th grader, dude, if a gun was to my head. Or my parents' head at that time, I would have lost them. Like, I would have looked at them and was like, that was the one time.
Dude, I actually had an argument with my fucking spouse last night.
Okay.
Because I was in the 6th grade, and Tay was in the 5th grade, and Tay beat my ass in the spelling bee. You know, I got 2nd place, Tay got 1st place, whooped my ass. And literally, it was yesterday, we were bringing up the spelling bee, and I said something about... I was like, yeah, when you beat me in the spelling bee. And Tay said, when I beat your ass in the spelling bee. And I said, well, I put up a good fight. And Tay was like, well, you choked. And I said, hold on. Now, saying I choked does a disservice to you. You beat me. Beat your ass. Just on and on and on. Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that.
You're
literally yesterday, we were talking about this.
Say it again.
It's just like,
Can you spell domestic abuse? Oh my goodness, that's so fucking great. I'm glad that y'all have memories and y'all are competitive like that. It's so good. It makes me so happy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
For two people that are unathletic, you're just like they're competitive about that. It makes me so happy. You know what I mean? Because it's not like y'all going out and doing shooting drills or like just random stuff. You know what I mean? You're like, I beat your ass.
Yeah.
And did you choke?
Did I choke?
Yeah, she won't watch this far.
No,
they won't watch this far.
I don't think so.
No.
I think I just lost. It was.
You got better.
I got beat.
Yeah, they were the better person.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, fuck you though.
Yeah, how fucking
anyway.
We talked about Tom Cruise and us not going to see the new Mission Impossible movie.
Hold on. Before we get into Tom Cruise.
Okay.
I want to get into toy time.
Okay.
Play the jingle.
Said now it's toy time with Doug.
I just want to give you presents because
Oh, fuck, really?
Yes, of course, because
because I gave you the tots.
Because you gave me the Justice League, entire Justice League. So this is what I got for you from the yard sale. The Power Rangers Green Ranger case is beat, but so sorry. And then I also found
a
little Green Ranger.
What the fuck?
At Savers.
Dude.
So.
This is amazing.
Not nearly what you gave me last episode, but holy shit.
Dude, this is fucking... Dude.
It's cool. Oh, and then also Freddy the Fresh Guy. Not really a gift to you, more a gift to the set. Another, our second podcast mascot after Twinkie the Kid.
Dude, this is fucking incredible. I still have a VHS player.
Do you?
Fuck yeah, I still got a VCR.
Man, I've been collecting VHS tapes. I hope it's the right one. I didn't even pull the case off. Oh my god.
It's a homeward bound.
What if it was Barbie or something?
I still watch it, dude. Barbie VHS tapes back then were lit as fuck. Holy shit, dude. This is amazing.
Dude, I'm glad you think so.
I'll set that bad boy right there. That's fucking... Dude, what a stellar fucking gift.
Thanks, man.
That's amazing.
Thanks, man. Fuck, dude. Those tots last... I'm still thinking... Like, I displayed them. Only toys I've ever kept the packaging and the little paper inserts from. Like, I bought a case just to keep shit in, and I kept all of it. But just... Like, I couldn't throw it away.
I had to get a tote bag because the box ripped that I had of all the toys. And so I was like, so in the midst of that, I opened a bunch, as you can see here.
Yeah.
None of these were opened except for like the Puss in Boots ones. But over there, I opened a shitload.
Yeah.
And it was
Simpsons ones are fucking awesome.
They are from
Halloween?
01 and 02 and 01.
Wow.
Yeah, which is insane.
Savers? Is that where you get all your shit?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Just found them.
Crazy. That's where Freddy the Fresh Guy. And I'm not just calling him that, by the way. We get a zoom. It actually says
Freddy the fucking Fresh Guy.
Freddy the Fresh Guy. Wonder how current that trademark is. Could we get that and use it?
Twinkie the Kid and Freddy the Fresh Guy, I think.
Honestly, they're both trademarked, but I wonder if they still are both trademarked.
Yeah,
because it's been so long.
I wonder if they're like, dude, hell yeah. So glad y'all are nostalgic. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
and they don't sue us. Please don't sue us.
We'd take Wonder off. We'd put SMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can change it.
It's cool, though.
You can be Frankie.
Frankie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can be Willow, the Wonder Bread Boy.
Willow, okay.
Willow, the Wonder Bread Boy. That's what his name will be if we are getting sued. But until then, he is Freddie O'Hannigan. Okay.
Yeah. There we
it's
go.
Freddie. Okay. He's Irish. That's how we'll spell it. If there's any issues, he's an Irish immigrant that traveled, who was a potato farmer and peeler, opposite professions. One's an obsession. One's an yeah. Anyway,
it's a hell of a backstory.
Yeah, dude. If they try to ask questions, we know.
Oh yeah,
you know what
I mean we've got it all on tape. You know,
one's a profession, one's an obsession. You know what I mean? It's for you. It's for him to decide.
Yeah,
he's young.
He's his own person.
Gosh dang it. We're making everything sound so real. Speaking of real, Tom Cruise thinks his entire life must be a fucking superhero movie or something because he just went and did an interview and said, I want to make Mission Impossible movies as long as Harrison Ford did Indiana Jones. I want to be the same age Harrison Ford is when I'm making Mission Impossible movies.
How much longer has he got?
Fucking. The way Tom Cruise ages, another 65 years. The way they keep de-aging him in every movie, they have a special budget just to de-age him, probably 65 years.
Yeah, I don't know. How many Mission Impossibles has he made?
This is 7 part 1. Yeah, if Tom Cruise keeps doing Mission Impossible movies, eventually he's just gonna have to become a terrorist. Like eventually, you know what I mean? Like they can't keep doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a point where
he'll start just bombing real shit.
Yeah, it's not going to be...
And everyone's like, what the fuck?
You've got to one up the last one. At some point, he's just going to, try to take over a small country.
Yeah, he's going to just start running Guatemala eventually.
He's going to stage a coup. You've heard it here.
Like, what the fuck?
This is hot takes.
Yeah, dude, Tom Cruise is literally going to have his own militia eventually. Probably the Scientology Center.
Bro, he may already. Scientology?
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know enough about them Scientology
dude, they're like the fucking,
motherfuckers,
They're like the fucking Skrulls in Secret Invasion. There's like 1 million of them. You have no idea who's who.
Bro, how's the rest of Secret Invasion been?
So they have 6 episodes, right?
The 6 are out?
No, there's 6 episodes in the series.
Oh, in the whole...
And they're all almost an hour.
Okay.
A full 60 minutes.
Right
this one was episode 3, technically the mid-season finale. You know how they differ most... That's how I relate most shows, because most of them end on bigger things where it changes the rest of the season.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't as it wasn't as good as I thought.
You were really high on episode 2.
Yeah, and episode 3 was good. Don't get me wrong; it was still fantastic. I was just kind of shocked at it. It wasn't like a shock, like holy fuck, but still oh.
What happened?
So you find out that his wife is the Skrull because at the end of the episode, but they're still happily married. But she has an issue with him being gone because he got blipped, and then when he came back, he went right up to space. And so she's like, you made me widowed, essentially, for years. Mm-hmm. And when you came back, you left willingly this time. So it was like a big issue, dilemma between her.
Yeah.
You find out that Don Cheadle's working with the Skrulls.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yeah, so you're like, is he a Skrull? Is this the first Marvel hero that's going to be a Skrull? Mm-hmm. Because in the comics, one of the characters in Secret Invasion that works for Gravik, who's like the main guy of the Skrulls.
Okay.
His right hand man, to an extent, is what the show is showing. What the show is showing so far. That guy, he is based off of the character in the comics who plays Elektra.
Elektra. Okay.
The same name essentially in the comics where they find out that she was a Skrull all along, which then starts a Secret Invasion. So it's kind of a cool little hey, that's that character. That's cool. Mm-hmm. So you don't really know how they're doing it. They finally say the word Super Skrulls in this episode
Skrulls.
because they're...
What is that?
It's when they're able to... They can obviously shapeshift. Yeah. But now they're able to shapeshift powers and things of that nature.
Wow.
There's a scene where it shows Talos stabbing Gravik in the hand while they're having a talk, face to face. And he just lets it go through his hand and it rips, and then you see it heal because he has the powers. They harness some of the powers from a character from Iron Man 3. So they're able to kind of transfer all of their powers together. Eventually you'll have all of them where you'll have Super Skrulls.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's very odd. I think it's cool as fuck. I think the show is fantastic. I know people still hate on the AI intro, and I understand, but I mean, if you walk in with hate, you're not gonna like anything. You know what I mean? I understand that it's shitty that people were put out of a job. That you could have just hired someone to make it better, and it would have been phenomenal. But I still think that I'm using the same thing where I was like, this is how I'm taking the bad CGI of Nicolas Cage and Superman. Yeah. I'm using it as Nick Fury literally has no one in this. He has no Marvel heroes to help him in this. So technically, someone did it without. That's how they made the AI thing, where it was it's bare minimum. They didn't have Marvel things. They didn't have these heroes where this is all about Nick Fury. This is his world. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. Blah. So that's how I was able to get over the bad AI intro.
Fair enough.
Motherfuckers. Yeah. So for those of you that are wondering, No, we're not gonna go watch the Mission Impossible movie, and you should if you would like, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna go watch Oppenheimer. We decided we had to talk about it. We're not gonna go watch it. We talked about taking edibles and going to watch it at IMAX, but we didn't feel like driving an hour and a half to go to IMAX theater.
No, I'm not excited enough.
We don't get paid. We don't get paid for that yet.
No. Yeah, maybe if we made some money from a YouTube podcast. But.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what we will go see is the Greta Gerwig Barbie movie.
You're damn right.
Coming out July 20th. Everyone needs to go watch that. See that, please. I'm so glad that Oppenheimer moved up a week so it didn't have an issue with the movie. Speaking of Barbie, first of all, Mattel. Mattel is the brand that owns Barbie and the toy rights for dozens and dozens of toys.
Yeah.
Did you know that they just announced that they have 45 films in the works for all of their toys?
I didn't know it was that much.
They announced the number. It was 45.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I don't even know what toys they own.
Dude,
off the top of my head,
heard they had a Hot Wheels movie in production.
Dude, that'd be sick.
It's supposed to be a dark, gritty take on Hot Wheels.
Good.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Fuck yeah,
Who
good.
Who knows? Yeah, that's a fucking Mattel Cinematic Universe shit.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, the same thing as Transformers and G.I. Joe, baby. We're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like...
That's crazy.
Speaking of, like, show or toy game adaptations, like, Twisted Metal. Did you ever play that growing up?
Never, no.
Okay, so that was a racing battle royale game back in the day on PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1. And the show comes out the 27th.
Oh, wow, a show. I didn't know about it.
Anthony Mackie is the star of it. Have no issue with Anthony Mackie. Incredible Falcon. Going to be an incredible Captain America. All right? I understand. I have no faith in this fucking show because Peacock made it.
Oh, Peacock.
It's a Peacock original, and I have no faith in this shit.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm very, very nervous. It comes out. Speaking of things, on the 27th of July, everyone needs to go watch it. Speaking of the 27th of July, a zero trailer so far. Mm-hmm. The 4th season of Harley Quinn on HBO Max.
Comes out that soon?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No trailer.
Yeah, really with no promotion at all from it.
It's the last season.
It is confirmed the last?
No, but I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's devastating because I love
really
this fucking show. I've been gearing up for Secret Invasion to end, and I was like, man, what the fuck are we gonna watch? And now I'm like, oh, well, we got this and we got this to try out. And
yeah, new Superman show drops tonight.
Yeah,
apparently thought it was last night.
Yeah, we were gonna make an episode for it, so unfortunately we can't do that right now. We might do it in the next couple of weeks, or we might do it on the season finale or mid-season finale, depending on how they get together, or just one of our favorite episodes of the season. But that will be coming eventually. Please stay tuned. So it was rumored that Mario wasn't going to get a streaming release, and it was announced today that August 3rd on Peacock, the Super Mario movie is coming to the streaming platform.
Peacock?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is fucking nuts.
That's nuts.
Who would have thought the Peacock would have got it? You know what I mean? Like, they have such underrated shit.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. So the 4th and latest season of Harley Quinn in the whatever the fuck the show is, just Harley Quinn, whatever. I couldn't tell you what the actual full thing is. But the last season comes July 27th. But they just announced and showed a trailer for a Harley Quinn and Joker anime.
Yeah, I saw it. It's supposed to be full Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
but it's that Harley and the Joker is Suicide Squad these days. But
how nuts is that gonna be?
That's fucking random.
Yeah,
it is really out there.
Yeah,
but
it makes me nervous.
Yeah,
because did James Gunn sign off on it? What does this mean? Does he already have a Joker planned?
I don't know, dude.
Because he was characters who were playing the animated are gonna be.
Yeah, but that's gotta be so Elseworlds. I don't think it's that kind of shit matters. As long as he made the point to say, as long as it's specifically branded as Elseworlds. So I mean, I don't think it'll be too canon or anything.
I want it to be canon.
Did you ever watch the Batman Ninja anime?
I watched part of it and I had to turn it off.
Was it bad?
I didn't really enjoy it. It was fine. I just couldn't. I wasn't a fan of it. It could have done vastly, vastly better.
Going back to Mario. Mario hit $1 billion.
Really?
Yeah, it did. Like way back then.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying now. That's what the really was for. Like, what?
Yeah, no, way back then. But it's crazy to see, like, Spider-Verse still hasn't hit 700 million. So, like, as good as Spider-Verse did, like, Mario still almost doubled up fucking Spider-Verse. Yeah. It is insane. Like, looking back, even then the performances, we were like, this is fucking, how is anybody ever going to top this?
Yeah, and still.
Yeah, and then a movie that is like a 10 out of 10 on everybody's list, like, bad things about it. It's doubled up by Mario. It's insane.
I think at the end of the year, we'll, right before we go see Aquaman, because we won't give a fuck about it, I think we should do a list and we should rank the best movies, like all the movies that we saw for the year.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should do a list.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that would be fucking incredible. Maybe do a bracket of what the best one was to see what's on top out of all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But at least rank them first.
That's
and then battle them out, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be sick.
Excellent.
Oh, man. Sorry, I was just thinking about Mario again. Those fucking people behind us. Those motherfuckers, dude.
Were those the worst people that have sat behind us? Because you've had, or sat near us, because you've had, like, 3 different experiences I can think of where we've came back and you're just like,
what the fuck?
You got a rant. You have a rant about somebody.
No, I think those were the worst people. I think where the fuck were we?
Bro, we didn't talk about the Indy guy. The guy from Indy? Where you had me paranoid about him, man.
You guys ever walk into a movie and you're super stoned and you're like, you see someone and you're like, that guy looks like he could shoot up the fucking theater. Is that if I'm the only one, I'm so sorry. But I
hadn't until that fucking day when you pointed him out.
We were getting popcorn and I saw him walk through the parking lot from the long side. He walked from the hotel across. So that hotel is already sketchy. All right, so I was already like, probably getting a cup of water or something. Because sometimes that hotel doesn't have water. That's how fucking ghetto and shitty that place is.
Yeah, that AMC. If it wasn't for, we have to say our prayer before the meal every.
Yeah, we gotta see Nicole Kidman. If it wasn't for Nicole Kidman, we wouldn't go to AMC.
We would not be at that fucking AMC.
Yeah, and so he was getting popcorn and getting a ticket as Ray and I were leaving, getting a drink. He came in. We were at the very top, right? No, I'm talking like a dozen rows empty before us. There was old people in the very first 2 rows, not the very front where the screen is, but like right when you walk before the steps hit. There's like 2 rows full of old people, maybe like 6. This guy walks and sits right between me and Ray. And I'm like...
No. Right to 1 seat to my left.
Oh, okay.
And you were on my right.
That's right. Okay, yeah. And I'm looking at him, and he's like talking to himself. He's like looking around and shit like that. And I grew up different than Ray did. So I never trust anyone. Everyone's sketchy, no matter what. Everyone's a suspect at first. All right, I don't give a fuck. And this white weird motherfucker, dude, just kept talking to himself and shit like that. And I was like, I understand. He probably a little fucked up, probably out a little dope. It's okay. But I looked at Ray and I was like, what did I text you? Something about... You
texted me.
Yeah, and I was like, I think I heard this guy might shoot up the
Dude,
theater.
let's pull up the messages. Do you still have them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He was sketchy, but I thought he was just awkward, man. He just had like fat white guy energy to me. I didn't get real sketched out by him because when he was coming up, I was watching him the whole time, of course. But I think I thought he miscounted rows. So I think he went to go one in front of us instead of sitting like directly in front of my knees.
Yeah.
But he miscounted, and then he got there, and he was like looking around, and then he plopped down. Yeah, but he was just like fat white guy energy. But then you text me, I'm stoned enough that I think the guy in front of us is going to shoot this place up. Boy keeps talking to himself, but I'm going to save us Tom Cruise style.
Yeah. Facts.
And at that point, I had no reason to be paranoid. But I look at him, and then I'm just like, yep, I see it now. Yep, you're in my head. And then I say, stay on your toes. I'm counting on you. And then you said, yeah, you saw him since we were getting drinks.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I literally texted him. I was like, I saw him since we were getting drinks. I'm on it, bro. You got me fucked up. I'm always going to know. I'm going to know where my exits are. I'm going to know who looks like I can trust him and things. Nah, fuck that.
Dude.
That dude's sketchy as fuck. That's one of my biggest fears. I'm going to see an incredible movie and we die during the credits. I swear, bro. I don't even, like, and that's to be selfish. I could be fucked up or like, Shallow will die before the credits. I won't be able to see the movie, but it's just like you're gonna ruin my fucking chance. Like, nah, fuck you, bro.
I'm fucking happy.
No, you're gonna get me 1-on-1. You're gonna earn it. You're not gonna fucking take me out like that, you pussy. I was prepared the entire time. Every time he moved, I moved.
I swear, it was like I was watching Indy and he was and then he would move and I was like shift my full attention to him.
I was fully prepared. Like I was on it. And Ray and I still did a great episode of the podcast where we were like, this movie was fucking incredible. Yeah. But I was still on my shit. Indiana Jones made me aware. I knew it. I was like, dude, what? This guy's a Nazi. He's just getting back at people for watching the Indiana Jones movie. That's what I'm saying, dude. My mind just started racing immediately. I was like, dude, this guy is fucking crazy.
He probably was there to do some shit and he pussied out, dude, because the movie was so good.
He was just like, Indy got us again, damn it.
He was like, God damn,
but it was
God damn that Indy.
Indy is. No, I was on it, boy. It got me fucked up. You're gonna get me in the middle of the Indiana Jones movie? No, not in the most one of the most American movies you could ever fucking watch, bro. What's more American than Indiana Jones? Getting the girl in the end, flying airplanes, it's just beating up Nazis, dude. There's just nothing more American than it, dude. Like, thank you for making the Joker clip, by the way, because I told that story to people 35 times, and no one's believed me that was a thing. So really? I recently sent that clip to like 8 people. I was like, I told you. I fucking told you.
Huh? Eat shit.
Yeah. Eat a bag of dicks. I told you. My special interest is making sure I'm right. That's statism talking.
That's a really good line.
Sorry, I can't help it, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can see this right now, comment and tell us what is the next filler episode you would like us to do. Just comment and tell us what good cartoon episode that didn't really matter to the plot of anything that you've watched. Just send us your recommendations. We might be on the episode. Who knows? Man, I feel so weird that we are not going to see a movie today.
It's strange.
But I'm so excited to just have to spend the rest of the day with you, man.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
It's great.
Like the sun, it's not raining. Like, it's dry outside now all of a sudden.
Beautiful day.
I'm going to check the weather. We might go film later. Who knows, man? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another incredible episode of Saturday Morning Cartoons. I'm Dougie McDoubles. This has been Ray McFlurry, Salty Sauce McGee. Please hug one another. Drink plenty of water. Thank you so much, dog, for this fucking incredible fucking gift. This is amazing.
You're so welcome.
I cannot wait.
It pales in comparison to what you gave me, but...
Nah, man. No, this is A1 steak sauce, my friend. This is A1 steak sauce on the heart of America. Indiana Jones would be proud of this. Mr. Rogers would be like, look at you giving your friend a nice gift. I'm proud of you, so you know.
You bring up Mr. Rogers. I know we're in our outro and the music's playing. But I've had a Mr. Rogers video idea since 2014, and I've had the title, like, in my head. Like, Mr. Rogers is just the greatest human being to live since Jesus, is, like, my clickbait title I've had since 2014. And it would be just how
nice he is.
How he just truly, nobody has ever cared about children more than Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, no one
like going through his Congress appearances, and, oh, man, yeah. We need to do one of those videos.
Shout out Mr. Rogers, man. Ladies and gentlemen, be safe, be kind to one another. Have a good one.